Hello everyone. So now we are going to do this one, configure and verify Netflow. Okay. So if we finish Netflow, then we have only the Cisco DNA there, and here also Cisco DNA. So this one we will do all together, this one. Okay. So now we have only the topic here is Netflow, this one. So Netflow we are going to learn, and then we are going to configure. So if you see here Netflow, let me this one, Cisco Netflow. So first of all, Netflow is nothing but network management protocol. Netflow is like a network management protocol, same like SNMP. If you remember, just now we done SNMP, we told we can monitor and manage the network, our network, by using SNMP. Same like that we have the Netflow to allow us to monitor our network. We can check things like CPU load, memory usage, interface states, everything, even load in the interface by using the Netflow. One of the thing we cannot do with the SNMP. From the SNMP we are not doing, we cannot check the, what we can say, event and load on the interface. We can check only which interface is go down, which interface come up, but we cannot track the traffic going to our network with the SNMP. Whereas in the Netflow we can track the traffic, which user is eating our bandwidth, which user is consuming lot of internet. We can check everything, which application is using more in our network. Example, for edit purpose also we can use the Netflow to check our network performance. So in simple, we need to remember, we can check things like CPU load, memory usage, interface states, events that load on the interface, and the flow of traffic in the interface we can track. We can check who is eating our network bandwidth, who is using which application. All that one we can monitor with the Cisco Netflow, and we can use this information to solve the problem. Example, if we have any problem, we can use this one, we can analyze, and after that we can solve this issue. So we have different thing, different what we can say, configuration. We can configure and we can check. We have two version actually. If you see Netflow and flexible Netflow. Netflow is the one which we are using. Flexible Netflow is a latest version. This will not support in the old version router. For to do this one, we need to have the new version. What is the difference means? Both are working same. Here what we can say, here we are going to use whatever they give. Here we can customize. Here we can customize the template. We can customize more detail. We can look here. We can customize as per our requirement. But here whatever they give, we need to use that one only in the Netflow. So this one we cannot do in our lab, because this is the flexible Netflow work only in the new latest router. We cannot run that router in the GNS3, and that commands and configuration is not supported in our GNS or EVNG. But anyhow, you need to understand the concept and how we can use that one, so you will have idea. So the normal Netflow, whichever we are using, we can in the organization we can do that one. Okay, other than the flexible Netflow. So Netflow, why we are using? In simple, if we say to monitor network, you will say we are monitoring network with SNMP also. Then why we need Netflow? Means Netflow is not only monitoring network, it is monitoring the CPU load, memory usage, and what events is there, and what traffic, where it is going. Everything is monitoring about the interface status, and we can track with the Netflow, that one. So Netflow is using the UDP protocol. It is using the port number 2054, and also they are having other different application is available for Netflow also. Same like our SNMP, we use this SNMP-B. Like that we have so many application for Netflow also. So depend which application we are using, in that one we can check. So generally they are using this 3 port. Some application using this, some application is using this, some are using this. Okay, so we need to remember most of the application using this 2055. So what we can say, why we are using Netflow? For accounting purpose, security purpose, to check the performance of the network, we can use that one. So in simple, what we are saying, one of the most important tasks of network administrator to monitor the health of the network, to learn how our bandwidth is being used, what application is consuming it, when it need to upgrade. For all this purpose we will use the Netflow. All thought monitoring protocol like SNMP and SPAN, if you remember SPAN we already discussed, we can use this one also. But Netflow is having an amazing tool. We can collect the data from the interface and we can utilize, we can check who is using, which user is using which application, what time, what duration, source IP, destination IP, everything we can check. So example, this is your gateway. This is your gateway and you have a LAN connection and internet connection. So you want to monitor here what traffic is going. So what we can do here, we can configure the Netflow, we can put on this interface and we can take the traffic and we can put in the application and we can analyze that traffic. So if you see here, the Netflow is having the different version 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 5, 9. But most of the version we are not using, we are using only the version 5 and version 9. And version 1 they remove, what we can say, they implement, but it is not working. And what we can say, version 2 is not released, version 3 is not released. They work on that one, but it is having issue, so we are not using. And version 6 is no longer supported by the Cisco encapsulation information. Version 7 is working only some particular router and not compatible with other, and version 8 is also having some issue. So most version we are using is version 5. Most of the time we are using version 5. What is the difference between version 5 and version 9? Both are having same, but version 9 is having a little advanced, that is IPv6 it will support, and some more BGP parameter it is supporting. It is supporting the MPLS, whereas version 5 is not supporting that one, MPLS. And version 5 is not supporting IPv6, whereas version 9 is supporting that one. So what information we can get? We can get with the Netflow source IP, source port number, destination IP, destination port number, layer 3 protocol type of service, logical input interface, all this one Netflow used to what we can say, to track the interface. Netflow is using all this information to track that interface. So how we can configure or which application we can use Netflow? We can check here. Application, I have one here. Let me show you. Netflow, this one. This is also I am using a small application for lab purpose, but in the real you will have lot of application. Okay, in the real you will have lot of application. Let me remove this one. Are you sure you want to remove this device from the list? Yes, I will remove. I don't have anything, just I open like a brand new application, this one. Okay, and after that I need to configure. So what I am saying, first of all I am saying Netflow also having the so many application. This is a small application just for lab purpose, but in real scenario you have so many option in that application. So how we can configure? Configuration we will see. This is a lab. I am using one router. I am using connected to NAT cloud. From NAT cloud we will get IP, and these two PCs are performing some operation, and we are going to capture that all information in the Netflow. Configuration is very simple. What we will do here, we will select the interface from where we need to capture, and then we will put the IP flow in ingressive, and then we will write the flow cache. And just what we are saying, we will selecting the interface, and then we are saying whatever the traffic is coming, give the traffic to this destination, and we are giving the IP address of our what we can say Netflow device, and which version we are using, and the active time 1 second. Time we can give different also. Just we are saying active for 1 minute, inactive if it is not flowing, after 10 seconds it will stop, like that we are saying. And then we can configure and we can check. I write here we have to do it, tell the router on which interface to track the flow. So I am saying here I need to track this interface. Okay, and with this one we are saying we will use the IP route cache flow command. When you use this command, it will track all the flow on the physical interface and all sub interface. You can use the IP flow aggressive or ingressive. So going inside or going outside, which one we want to track, we will use this one. And here the router will export flow the traffic to this one on the port number 205 with this command. They will forward to this server, and here which version we are using, and here in how many minutes, how much time it will be activated. if it is not using, and how much time, after how much time it should be inactive. So this is the time duration. We can increase or decrease, and if we want to check, we can check show IP flow export, show IP cache flow. Like this command we can check. So I put here, this is a configuration, just enable config t host name, and here we will get the IP from the DHCP, and then we will put this to command to translate the name into IP. And this is a configuration, just what we discussed. Like we will define which interface, we will go inside that interface, we will say this is the interface, this is the flow of traffic, track this one and forward that to this server, and then use the version 5, and this is a time duration we can give. And after that we can check the packets, and we can check here in the application also. For lab purpose I am using this application, and we can check what they are using, all the which protocol and which server they are using, we can check this. Okay, so let's do the lab. So what I will do here, I will stop all the devices and let me open the project. I think I have the Netflow also. Let me check Netflow, this one. So this one we will use, and here we are going to do the configuration. So this is a Netflow. Let me reduce this. Okay, so this is a Netflow, and if you see, let me start all the device, and this is a Docker I am using. If you see edit configuration, I did not assign the IP here. No. Okay, so here is 192.168.0.1. so here I need to assign the IP. Anyhow, I will start this router, and I will start this switch. This is a NAT cloud, and here this is a Docker. We will use here IP example. This set 192.168.1.1. I will use this IP 1.1 or 1.100 example. If this one I want to use 1.100. Okay, so now let me take this router and configure here the basic thing. Router will load, then we will configure the basic thing. So let me check it is loaded. Yeah, so let me check, do we have any configuration IP interface brief? We don't have any configuration. So what I will do, I will go here, let me check my laptop battery is there, or let me put for charging. So what I am saying here, we need to assign the IP here. So if you see this interface F0 by 0, so I will give the IP from the DHCP interface pass Ethernet 0 by 0. I will write IP address DHCP no shut. Okay, and then other interface I need to assign the IP. So what is the other interface I am using? This one F1 by 0. So I will write interface F1 by 0, and then I will write IP address 192.168.1.100 255.255.255.0, and then we write no shut. Okay, this is the configuration, just basic configuration. An example, I want to define the domain name, so I will write here IP domain lookup, and then I can write here IP name server 8.8.8.8.8. Okay, so I done this one. This is the basic configuration we done. Now we will do the Netflow configuration. First I need to go inside the interface. So if you see which interface I want to track, imagine this is our internet also, so I need to track this interface. So what I will do here, in this interface I will go inside the interface, I will write interface fast Ethernet 0 by 0, and then after that I will write IP flow and ingressive, whatever traffic is going inside and outside, we can define both if you want both, and route cache flow, so whatever is flowing. Then after that we can write here exit, and we can define the server. So IP flow export, where we need to export, give the IP of that server. Our IP 192.168.65.1. Why 60.1.1? Because we are using the our NAT cloud, so this range will be 65.1. Dot 1 will be our NAT IP, that is our VM8 IP address of that one. and then we need to write the port number. So here we need to check 2055. This application is using 2055. So if you see, we don't have any device here connected. When we put the configuration, you will have one device here, whatever device we are configuring the R1. So now here I will give space and then I will write the port number 2055. Okay, I will write the 2055, and after that what I can define the source also. So IP flow export source, where from the source, where what is the source means same interface, that interface is a source, and version I need to define IP flow export, which version we are using version 5, and time we need to define IP flow cache time, cache cache timeout active. If you press question mark, you have the limit, you can give any number. I am giving the 1. IP flow cache timeout inactive. Now inactive, you can press here, you have from 10 to 600 in the seconds. So I will give this 10. Okay, so this configuration is done. Now let's go here. Still we did not have, we will have here after some time. You will have the let's see, it should come here. Why it is, we will have here the what we can say, or let me check here, device, automatically it will come. Yeah, see, automatically it came. I did not add, just I am looking, automatically that device came here. Okay, so when we configure, automatically our application detect that server, that router, and you can click. I have this interface, so I need to track this interface. So I will write add to Netflow device. If I want to add, let me check here. No, just select example, this came automatically. I want to track this interface. I will select that interface and then I will start flow capture. A capture file already exists at the same location. Would you like to overwrite? Yes, I want to overwrite. So I will click this one, then application will open. Okay, this is small for lab purpose. You will have so many things, but now nothing there because no one is using anything in the network. No one is using, that's why no data. So what we will do, we will start using. Okay, and also here there is one command we can write and we can check. Example, I will write here. Let me go here. Okay, and I will write here show IP flow export. If you see here, zero packet, nothing is there. Okay, because no, our PC are switch off, no one is using nothing. And also if I write show IP cache flow, here also if you see, nothing, because we are not no active, because we are not, our devices are off. So what I will do, I will on our device. Okay, so IP I will give to our device. Let me keep here the IP which I am going to give. I will give to our device, this is 1. Okay, and this will be 2, this will be 2, and now I will give IP to this device. In real scenario we will get the IP from the DHCP, but here I am doing that one. Okay, so now I will select this 3. This is a Docker I taken from here. This one webterm I use. You can use anything, or you want to ping, you can ping also, but I am using Docker. So what I will do, I will select like this Docker, right click and edit. Where is edit configuration? This one. When I edit, it will come like this. Okay, so here I need to assign. Here if you see, this is a PC2. PC2 is this one. I have 192.168.1.2. Okay, this PC2 I am assigning. I already have this one, so no problem. This is a subnet mask and gateway. Gateway is a router interface. This one, this is a router interface 1.100. So this is good, and this is a DNS. This one also good. So generally you will not have like this. You have ladder symbol here. We need to remove, and put whatever IP you want to give, subnet mask and gateway and DNS. So this is okay for PC2, but PC1 is not configured. So see, in the lab you will have like this. So what we will do, we will remove this ladder from here, auto, and from here also, from here also, from here, and here whatever IP we want to assign. Example, I want to assign 1 dot, this is a PC1, so 1.1, and this one I will say 1.100 gateway router interface, and this DNS I will use the 8.8.8 Google DNS 8.8.8. Oh, 1 minute, something go wrong here. Yeah, I will remove this. I will put here 8.8.8.8. okay, then I will save this. And this is for the PC3. PC3 is correct, already configured before 1.3, and this is okay. So just I will save. Now I will power on this PC. This is a PC1, this is a PC2, this is a PC3. Okay, and now let me take the console of PC1. This is a PC1. Okay, now what I can do here, I will go to home. Let's see we can access internet or not in this one. I will access the YouTube. Okay, this is a PC1, and I will go here in this place. This one is still working, so I will go here, right click, terminal, and here just I will check I have correct IP or not. I have 192.168.1.1. let me ping Google or 8.8.8.8. so ping is working or not, let's see. Yeah, it is working. Okay, ping is working, so I generate the ping traffic and I press the YouTube, so it will load. YouTube is coming. And for the PC2 I will take the console of this one, and here what I will do, I will access the Facebook. So here I am generating the traffic to Facebook for PC2. Now I will go to the PC3. I will go to home, and I will generate the traffic for the Amazon or maybe Twitter. I will generate the traffic for Twitter for this one. And now in this application, if you see, before we don't have anything. Now you can see in the application tab, if we see, we are using HTTP protocol over the TLS SSL port number 443 TCP session we are using. And if you see, this is a port TCP, and this is a domain name, this blue color, and we can check in detail also. If you open, this is a domain, what domain the traffic is going. And if you see 8.8.8, and if you see, this is HTTP traffic, this IP, green color is 52 and this blue color, and here what traffic, what kbps, which IP we are going, we can get the information. We are capturing that interface. And here if you want to check the port and detail more, so many things we will have here. If you go here, this is our client, this PC is going, this PC is performing this activity, this is a PC2. If you want to check application, this is a Google application, this is different. If you want to check the domain, which domain we access, Google domain we access, Amazon we access just now, and CloudFront, and this is a Google service only. And endpoint means whatever device is accessing 192.168.1.1. this device is accessing this many data. Okay, and he is accessing whatever application we can see. This is a IP of the public IP of that application. And what I can say, this is free application, but in the paid one you will have more option. And this is the PC2, and this is the 1 or 2 is there. PC3 is not showing, so let's generate some more traffic from PC3. PC3 is having some issue, maybe this is PC3, or let me check PC3, maybe not having the IP. If config, I have PC3, so let me ping 1.1.1.1. oh, 1.1.1, it is working, and it is accessing the Facebook PC3. So now you will have the PC3 also here. After some time they will refresh, and you will have the PC3 after some time. And which protocol we are using, ICMP we are using. For this application, ICMP data is not showing, but in the real we will have the ICMP data. TCP data is here, and UDP protocol data is here. So here we can check all the detail about that one. Here we don't have more feature, but in the real scenario we will have the more feature. If we refresh this one, we will have the more data. Okay, so this way we can use the Netflow. In the real you will have many options. So what we can say, and also here you can check also. Before we cannot see, so now we can see. If you see show IP cache flow, here how many flow, 95, and this is a other TCP session 209, this is 108, ping is 4, and you can see this. Okay, you can see this is the IP going to this source port, destination port, this is public IP. All this history is coming here. Before we don't have, now we can see. And here if the traffic stop, you will not have, you need to generate again traffic here. Let me ping this Facebook and go here, ping something in here, and then again Twitter or something. So then we will have the traffic again here. After that 534 flow, before 528 flow, so it is increasing. So this way we can check. Okay, in the graph we can easily observe so many options will be there in the paid version. This is a free version, that's why we cannot see more option. And after that we want to check the top talker. Top talker is nothing but the guy who is utilizing more, the guy who is utilizing or more internet speed, that guy is known as top talker. So if you want to check the top talker, example, I will close this application. In real scenario, in this application also you can check who is eating more your bandwidth, who is a top talker. Top talker is nothing but the guy, whoever is what we can say eating your bandwidth is nothing but top talker we are calling. So but here I will show you in the router. So how we can configure means, just we need to write IP flow top talker, and then we need to write top 10 talker. We have only 3 devices, but we can say top 10 to check top 10 who is taking lot of bandwidth. So this command we will write. After that we can write show IP flow top talker. So when we write here, you will get the IP. First IP getting from this PC1. So PC1 is a top talker, he is consuming lot of data and he is going to this IP. And second top talker is this IP. Okay, so this way you will get the top talker. But in real scenario, in the application only you will have the graph about the top talker also. No need to configure separately. But if you want to configure, we can configure also. Okay, so this way we can check the top talker also. Configuration already I put in our notes, so easily you can see this is the configuration for the top talker. Okay, so we can check who is the top talker. Here is 1.3 before 1.2. When we send the traffic from more traffic from 1.3, 1.3 come first number. All configuration I put here, so no need to worry for configuration. You can copy or type from this file, this configuration. I put all steps also, which command, why we are using, and show command. So with this very easy for you. You can do this lab in GNS or EVNG also, no issue. Okay, so this application you can use. I put, I think, the application name. You can Google, it is freely available. This one, SolarWind real-time Netflow analyzer. Okay, so this with this one we finish the Netflow. Okay, so let me